Hello everyone, and welcome back to the week of Titanium Trials, plus or minus a few days. My name is Tom, the previously stated Titanium in Titanium Trials, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and we are here to check out Iratus, Lord of the Dead. This is one that I've actually had the full game of in my library for a couple of years now. Ever since I first heard about it, I was very interested in it, and I just haven't had the time to try it out. For those of you who don't know, Iratus, Lord of the Dead, takes the idea of Darkest Dungeon and asks, what if you were the baddie behind the darkness? The thing that's trying to conquer the heroes and end the world. And it lets you be that. So, in Iratus, we are a necromancer, newly raised from the dead, I believe, or raised again, something like that. You'll see. I'll play the intro cinematic for you here in a second. And the goal is to take our undead minions and conquer the world. So, from what I have seen of it, the game is very much inspired by, rips off if you aren't feeling generous, the style of Darkest Dungeon 1, in that you have a party and you're exploring dungeons and you have that kind of turn-based combat. But that makes me happy, because, like, I like Darkest Dungeon 1, not as much of a fan of Darkest Dungeon 2 in the way it's presented, so I'm excited to check this out and see if it winds up evoking any of that feel that Darkest Dungeon 1 has for me. So, I'm going to roll that intro cinematic, and then we'll start things off.
Life is a disease. A millennium ago, a supreme necromancer was on the verge of conquering the world. But you know what they say about best laid plans. Inevitably, heroes shall emerge. So, I was made dead. Again. But what does death really mean for somebody who has mastered it, Boredom. An eternity to ponder my errors, and how close I came to victory. I am a mortal, but when this world ends, even I will know oblivion. And so, I ask myself, will I be given another chance to rise before it happens? Another chance to fulfill my ambition? It seems that fate has smiled after all.
And we're back, okay. With that out of the way and the story set, let us begin. We will be playing a new game. I have never played this before. I've only seen a couple videos on it. Cakewalk, More Pain, Good Always Wins, and Eternal Harvest. Interesting. Need to finish the game on tutorial difficulty first. Huh. Interesting. We have to do Cakewalk because we need to get the tutorial. Fair enough. I mean, I don't particularly feel like I need a Cakewalk mode, but I mean, if that's what the game wants me to do, then we'll do it. The game also describes itself as a roguelike, which is kind of different from how Darkest Dungeon works. I'm wondering if that's why we're starting on Cakewalk, because then, like, the game will end, and then we can go up to higher difficulties. Evil has returned. The dread necromancer Iratus has attained his freedom after a millennia of imprisonment, and the miners gathered around his tomb still do not know the mortal danger they have stumbled upon. Their bodies will lay the foundation for an army of the dead that will conquer this world. Rise. Which obviously is very exciting for me because I do love me some necromancy, so, okay. Minion abilities. Each minion has 5 basic abilities and 1 ultimate ability. To use an ultimate ability, you need a special resource, Wrath. Minions and enemies can use certain abilities only from specific positions and with specific targets. So that's where we're seeing some of our Darkest Dungeon influence here in the targeting system. Okay. So, oh, nice, and it actually gives us a turn order. That's really nice, actually. I love when games have turn orders. Makes planning so much easier. So we have a Banshee and a Skeleton. I like our Skeleton has, like, candles and stuff on him. That's cool. And then Hunky and Miner. All right. So we have a lot of stats here. I'm assuming we're going to learn about them as we go. Unassuming Strike. Physical attack deals 100% damage. 22 to 24. Ignores armor. Okay, or Smite, physical attack, attacks twice, dealing 50% damage per attack. Performs additional attacks for each buff on the target. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if someone's really buffed up, we can smite them and really, really beat on them. Okay, cool. Let's go for an unassuming strike. Physical and magic damage reduce the target's vigor. Igniting deals instant magic damage to the target and true damage at the start of their turn. Stress damage decreases the sanity of the target, of course. Okay, so we do have a stress mechanic. Cursing a target will deal stress damage at the start of its turn, and critical hits by your minions decrease enemy sanity. Enemy critical hits will increase it. So again, much like Darkest Dungeon. Alright, what does our Banshee do here? Scream, stress attack, deals 100% stress damage. Moves the target to a random position. Or Soprano deals 40% damage. All enemies lose 6 attack for their next action. That sounds good. Nice. Loss of sanity in combat can lead to various consequences. Insanity, a negative effect that weakens the enemy. Inspiration, a positive effect that strengthens the enemy. Death, receiving any amount of stress damage while at 0 sanity can lead to instantaneous death. And flee from combat. At low levels of sanity, an enemy on the outermost position of the combat row has a chance to flee from combat. Okay, so yeah, really is what if you were the bad guy in Darkest Dungeon, because our opponents even have, like, a virtues and afflictions system, which is really cool, actually. What do we get debuffed with? Minus 30% accuracy, or minus 30 accuracy flat, okay. Well, a regular unassuming strike should finish this guy off.
Delivered.
Nice. And of course we have Darkest Dungeon style narration as well. My shift will kill me before you do. What a guy. Alright, let's scream at him. Woo! That's piercing. Jeez. Alright, well he's got no sanity left. Since he has an affliction on him, if we were to hit him with smite, does that count? Does that count as a buff? It does not. Okay. I like that our skeletons shit talk people. That's kind of really funny, actually. I guess just go for another scream. Yeah, so we're just kind of trying to stack debuffs on him, it looks like. So it seems like once you've got someone stressed, your goal is to just try and get instant death on them, presumably? Cool. Alright, so we got dust, rags, hearts, weapons, armor, skulls, blood, flesh, bones, and ectoplasm, and we have damage on our characters. Actually, I like this red going up the portrait. It very much reminds me of Warlord's Battlecry, which is a game probably not a lot of people know. That's an old one from the 90s. Oh, hello. Create any 2 minions. Okay. Talents. Humanarium. Instead of like a monster manual. Awesome. Okay, well I guess let's go to creation then. See what types of minions we can make. After gathering parts from his defeated foes, Iratus can create new minions for his army. Oh, this is sick, actually. I didn't realize that this is something you could do. Nice! Again, I love anything to do with necromancy in games, so this is very, very cool. Using parts of uncommon, rare, or legendary quality increases the amount of stat points of the created minion. With time, Iratus will acquire new minion recipes as well as various combat tactics. Okay. So skeletons are a fairly unimpressive warrior whose one standout characteristic is their utter mediocrity. While they often make up the backbone, pun intended, of most undead armies, skeletons are so boring that they are never really acknowledged by their creators or their enemies. Well, I disagree. I love skeletons. Zombies, okay. Before Iratus came along, zombies were considered little more than fodder troop by the other necromancers. It took a true visionary to realize that a mindless mass of undead muscle can be used for more than simply bashing the heads of mortals. With a bit of technological assistance, these rotting hulks were turned into mobile artillery capable of carrying and shooting cannons that would normally need several humans to operate. Ah. Okay. And so these guys require weapons, armor, what looks like, yeah, blood and flesh. I mean, we can do that. Yeah, absolutely. What abilities do they have? Okay, so we can actually upgrade these if we have specific materials, it looks like. And then its stats, it's getting a couple bonuses, but presumably not too important for us to go into right now. So let's make them.
You will be expecting cannon fodder, but I will give them cannons instead.
I do like the narrator. That's pretty good. Alright, so the Bride of Iratus. A design fashioned by the Arch-Necromancer himself, the Bride uses only the best to raise a deadly archer with an unhealthy love for her creator. Said love is then channeled into a burning desire to shoot out the eyes of anything that might try to get close to the one she worships. This is like the Bride of Frankenstein. Nice. We can actually make that. Dark Knight. Oh, baby. I can also make this, a manifestation of living void contained in a vessel of knightly armor. These necromantic soldiers are often seen leading the armies of undead against the civilizations of mortals. Where they learn the skill to do battle and wage war is unknown, but all of them despise existence and seek to reduce everything to nothing. Yeah, I'm making one of those. Okay, and so I guess that's our full complement of dudes. Yeah, to start combat, open the menu. I'd like to make one more, though, and get rid of this Banshee. Because, like, I'm not a big fan of just the only stress attacks, you know? Wraith. Despite the seeming simplicity of this minion, its summoning has been prohibited by the Necromancers Guild since the dawn of history. Not even Iratus remembers the reason for this decree, but there are many dark rumors surrounding this particular summoning. It is said that the very first Necromancer created this minion as a vessel for his rebirth, or that the soul that answers the Necromancer's call comes not from the afterlife, but from another, much more alien place. Nobody seemed to have had the courage to put these theories to the test, or maybe those that did never survived the process. Still, the guild has been nothing but ruins for millennia. It is now up to Iratus to decide what to do with this knowledge. I mean, I think we're going to try it.
The pact is signed. Let's hope there was no fine print.
Okay. So it has magic attacks and stress attacks. Can we replace the Banshee with him? It looks like it. Okay, cool. So maybe this will be a more effective party for us now. To start combat, open the map. The kingdom had need of the vast riches buried underneath the castle, great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey, and that the humans could provide. With dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there were no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile as they dug ever deeper, year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below. So I'm guessing that's us. And there's the Dwarf Tunnels, Mercenary Barracks, Catacombs, and the Cathedral. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have like a whole path here that we can follow. Okay. So kind of Slay the Spire-esque. Interesting. I like that. So choose a battle squad, the main guys here, and go to battle. All right. Interesting. Unit features. Some enemies possess unique features that either strengthen or weaken them. Study the features of your minions and your enemies so that you can fight more effectively. Okay. When the Taskmaster dies, his allies recover 30 sanity. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. So, I mean, if we're going to be doing stress damage, we want to take him out first. Plus, it looks like he's probably the strongest anyway. Okay. We can actually hit any row with this unassuming strike. That's pretty wild. Let's go for the big guy in the back. Oh! Armor, resistance, block, and ward. Armor, received physical damage is decreased by the amount of armor the target has. Resistance is the same for magical damage. Block is expended to completely nullify the next physical attack. Oh. And ward is expended to completely nullify the next magical or stress attack. Okay, so he has block and ward, it looks like. Is that true? That's what it looks like here. Okay. Alright, Dark Knight, what do you got? Deals additional damage equal to 80% of the sum of Dark Knight's armor and resistance. Oh. There's stress attacks. Deals extra damage for each buff or debuff on the target with Hollow Stare. Dark Tithe removes all debuffs from the Dark Knight. And gains mana and wrath for us. Ah, okay. And then Feudal Hopes. Stance. Each time an enemy receives a buff, the Dark Knight deals 8 to 9 stress damage to it. Ah. Very, 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 very interesting. So we don't have really any major armor at the moment. Oh, no, actually we do. We have armor and resistance. So this Heartless Slash should actually hit pretty hard. Yeah, okay. Nice. Death comes for everyone indeed. Why do we get a buff? Just +5 accuracy and evasion? Just a feature of this character. Okay, cool. Cold Grasp we can't use from the back line here. Necrotic Wind we can, though. Deals a lot of damage. What the hell? This Wraith seems really strong. Like, that's a lot of stress damage. Evolution. Buff. The Wraith gains 12 Dread until the end of battle. And Ghostly Veil. Summons a Concealing Cloud for 2 rounds. Any minion within the cloud receives 25 evasion. Okay, so we have some buffs. It looks like the Wraith wants to be in spot 3, though. We're losing out on some of our abilities. Okay. So, let's try this Evolution. Buff up. Oh, and that moves us forward. Ah, very handy. Okay, our Dark Knight got pushed back, but that's fine. Oh, wow. Our Cannoneer actually doesn't mind being up front as well. Okay. Zombie gains 100% damage for its next attack. So you can just add more and more powder and then blow somebody up. That's pretty cool. At the start of its next turn, the zombie attacks 4 times, each attack dealing 60% physical damage to a random remaining enemy. This attack does not consume an action? Oh, I see. Okay. So basically, next turn, we're going to do a bombardment and then still be able to choose another attack. Got it. Nice. So what was this buff? Whip. Plus 20 accuracy. Increases damage dealt by 20%. Okay, yeah. So the Taskmaster is buffing them. Got it. Well, that seems like a good opportunity to smite this guy. Yeah, okay. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Well, we should probably go for the finisher on this guy. Nice.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Also nice, there's no corpse mechanic in this, which was always my least favorite mechanic in Darkest Dungeon. Okay. So, I mean, we could just cold grasp this guy, right? Yes, we can. All right. And it's just the Taskmaster left. Oh, no. Okay, so the ward blocked that. I'm guessing the bombardment was physical, so it didn't get blocked. Makes sense. Nothing fancy about my strikes, says the skeleton. I love him. Our little skelly boy.
Soon
Okay.
this world will be mine.
After winning a battle, Iratus receives rewards. Diggers' souls used to construct and improve buildings at the graveyard. Okay. Parts needed for minions. Artifacts, which can increase the power of your minions and Iratus himself. Brains used to quickly increase the level of minions. Oh, that's clever. Additionally, minions that did not participate in a battle restore a small amount of vigor according to the difficulty level. Oh, that's why you want multiple battle parties. So that when you come across a fight in the map, you can choose who you're bringing while everyone else heals up. Ah, okay. Scroll of Skullfall unlocks a secret destruction spell, one-time use. Deals 12 magic damage to all enemies, sets them on fire for 3 turns, dealing 6 damage per turn. Spell power improves the ignition effect by 2%. Okay, so we're just going to get spells. Like we saw, we have stuff that can generate mana and wrath for Iratus. So we can have these on hand and then use them. Nice. I like this. I like this. This is cool. Okay, so we can equip Iratus with the acquired artifact. Let's see here. There are 4 main types of artifacts: weapons, armor, rings, and amulets. You will also encounter consumables. Such artifacts only apply for one battle, after which they are spent. At the beginning of the game, Iratus receives 1 random artifact. Okay. This kind of reminds me of Warlords as well. I wonder if these guys worked on the Warlords Battlecry team back in the day, or if they just played those games. I don't know. May as well throw this on there.
This item finds its way into my capable hands.
Alright. So we could make more dudes, right? There's talents, but it doesn't look like we can do anything with that in the tutorial. Werewolf. The guards of the underground prison used it to hound prisoners for fun. It was particularly fashionable to bet on which of the poor souls would be torn apart first by the raging war dogs. But a flesh-based diet, however nutritious, was not healthy for the creatures, and some of them died from gluttony. Well, now their pet cemetery serves the necromancer, who revives the ugly beasts, craving to tear out their former masters' throats. Alright, let's make a werewolf, I suppose. Oh, nice. Okay, so looks like, yeah, kind of upfront attacker, makes sense. And then our Wraith and our Zombie both kind of want to be in row 3, so let's make something different for the back row for the main party. And I'm assuming, yeah, our Archer can fill that role. The Bride of Iratus is here, excellent. And we should have one more party member. Let's make another skeleton. Easy.
Bones, bones, bones. Just so uninspired, you know.
I like the skeletons. I don't care that everyone else seems to hate them. I think they're fun. Alright, to the dungeon. So we can go right and acquire cultists. Mortal cultists who gift Iratus with random consumables or minion-specific items, or a sacrificial altar. By sacrificing minions, Iratus receives parts, items, and a random consumable. I just got our combat parties together. I'd rather not just sacrifice them off the bat. Let's check out the cultists. Choose a gift. Mechanical aim, zombie only. At the start of each turn, the zombie receives 4 accuracy and 15% damage. Stacks up to 5 times. The bonus is removed if the zombie changes position. Interesting. Enchanted Bone. The skeleton becomes receptive to buffs, but still immune to debuffs. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. That they couldn't be buffed or debuffed. Okay. Wedding Gift. Increases critical damage dealt by the Bride of Iratus by 50%. Or Heart of Emptiness. 5 mana and 5 wrath restored each time the Dark Knight receives damage. Ooh. I mean, of all of these, the mechanical aim sounds really good for the zombie. Can I equip that? It's not under artifacts. It looks like I have a spot where I could equip stuff here. Nice. Okay, good. That does work. Sick. Oh, and we can rename them. Oh my god. I could make you guys my zombies. Oh my god. If we wind up playing more of this in the future, that is absolutely something that we'll have to do. People will be able to choose what types of zombie minion they want to be, and I'll name them after you guys. That's so great. Ignores armor and resistance. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go. So we have another battle here against some basic dudes. Let's just go in with the main battle party. We'll get a little bit more damage on them, and then we'll switch to the other party and let them heal a bit. Resources in magic. Iratus possesses the following stats and resource. Mana, needed to use talents from the magic, ire, and destruction trees. Mana is restored after every victory in combat, though minion abilities or through minion abilities or via certain encounters on the map. Wrath is needed to use the ultimate abilities of your minions. Wrath increases during combat and resets after combat ends. Spell power increases the effectiveness of active Iratus talents. Iratus gains 1 spell power point each level and can further increase it via artifacts, talents, minion abilities, etc. Okay, so it looks like we're just starting off with a spell here. Oh, okay, no, we just can do that. Oh, it uses mana to switch our guys' positions. Okay. And then there's that Skullfall scroll. There's also a guard. Eesh. Let's go ahead and use this.
Say hello to my burning friend.
Okay. So notably, it did not work on the Taskmaster because he has Ward. But I mean, dealing a bunch of damage to the rest of the party and making them take 6 true damage for 3 rounds sounds pretty good to me. Astounding Fortitude stance. Marks a minion, has a 100% chance to redirect any attack that targets the marked minion to itself. Gains 12 armor and 12 resistance until next action. Okay, so our skellies are our tanks. Got it. Embrace Mediocrity buff. The target gains 4 armor and 4 resistance until the battle ends. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we can use that on others. Oh, we can buff up our Dark Knight and make him deal more damage. And take less damage. Yes, 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 yes. I like that. Okay, Bride of Iratus. What is it that you do? Chest Piercer. Deals physical damage. A critical hit will deal 175% damage. Okay. Think of him. The Bride gains 10 attack and 10 dread until the battle ends. Oh, dread is our stress attack damage. Okay. Warning shot, interrupts stances, deals stress. Overwatch. Whenever an enemy moves, deal physical damage to it. Okay. I don't know how much enemy movement we're going to be seeing right now. Let's buff. And then we can really start dealing damage after that. Armor absorb? Oh my god. Poor guys. Alright, so Heartless Slash. We can probably just blow somebody up, huh? Oof, or damn close to it, and the fire should finish him off next turn. This Dark Knight is nasty, man. Dear God. Okay, so let's Bombardment here. Stances, a type of ability that some minions and enemies can use in battle. We already know something about these because we've been using them. Stances differ in duration. A one-turn stance ends at the start of the character's next turn. Stance until the battle ends. They will maintain the stance until it is cancelled or the battle ends. Any stance can be cancelled via forced movement or stunning unless the description of the stance specifies otherwise. Okay. So if someone's in a stance you don't want them to be in, try and move them. Got it. Defensive stance, okay. Got buffs here. I guess there's actually a lot of enemy movement here, huh? Overwatch would have been good. I didn't realize that the guard was going to be moving around as well. I can still Skullfall scroll? Oh, maybe this is just something I have for this run now, but like after this run it'll be consumed. Maybe? I don't know. We're not going to waste mana on it, I don't think. Just go for the unassuming strike.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
So, let's try this Overwatch then. Because if the guard moves around, that could actually be to our benefit. Just work on taking this armor off. Oh, the bombardment is good for that because it hits multiple times, and each hit takes off 1 bit of armor. Okay. I like that. I like that. Let's do that again. And remember, because he's getting more and more damage each turn. Okay, so he moved around, so Overwatch triggered. Nice, nice. What is this? Shield Banger? Stress attack deals decent damage to the whole party, but we need Wrath for it. I mean, we may as well just start hitting the Taskmaster, huh? He's gonna have to go down eventually. Rose for a Lady deals 50% physical damage to everything and inflicts a critical hit. Oh.
Carve open their husks.
And you may as well use those rage attacks when you have the chance. Your skin will look so fine sewn upon me. Oh my god, I love it. Because your rage goes away at the end of the battle, so alright. Alright, I'm digging this.
Towards my eternal kingdom.
Got a talent point, okay. Cool. It doesn't have quite that same vibe, that raw energy that Darkest Dungeon has, but mechanically and thematically, I do really like this. Winning battles rewards Iratus with experience and increases his level. At each level, he receives talent points that can be used on the following ability trees. Alchemy increases the efficiency of your minions and resource economy. Magic, spells weakens foes, requires mana to use. Ire spells strengthen minions, requires mana to use. And Destruction deals direct damage to enemies. Okay. So we can either change how we affect the battlefield or improve our minions, which I mean should probably be our priority, right? Minions receive +3 dread. Yeah, let's do that.
Spells, hexes, curses, all are at my command.
Sorrow deals 21 + 1 stress damage to the target. Spell power increases damage dealt by 1.3%. Oh, this is all in the magic tree. Oh, damn. I thought these were simple trees. I didn't realize this was like full. Okay. So let's actually look at alchemy here. Increase the amount of diggers' souls received at the end of a battle. Increase the chance to receive uncommon or better parts. Okay. Minions restore 100% more vigor when Iratus uses distillation, which I don't even know what that is. And Iratus restores 100% more mana using calcination. Amateur surgeon, please.
The will becomes free.
And then deals 8 to 18 physical damage twice to the same target. Hail of Teeth. Sure.
My dark powers return to me.
I like it. I like it. Okay. So let's go back to the map once again. What do we got here? A quest, an event requiring the participation of Iratus himself or the current battle group, or a chest containing artifacts. Let's see what a quest entails. Let's switch to our other battle group so these guys can heal a bit and get in there. Your hordes grow, shambling forward to the dark hymn of the necromancy. Yet that melody is not the only thing they hear with their unsightly ears. A few minions report the sound of wails coming from the other side of the rock wall. Upon further inspection, it is not a rock wall at all, but a cave-in, and it seems that a bunch of miners are trapped on the other side. You could always use some more fresh bodies, but is it really worth your time to save these poor souls? Oh, see, if we had a zombie in the current battle party, we could have him do it, but let's take them out. 75% chance of success.
More for me.
Nice. The dead bodies groan as they laboriously move the stones, clearing the passage slowly. Eventually, they form a hole large enough for the grateful humans to start pouring through, right into the cold, waiting arms of your minions. God, can you imagine the horror of that? Like, you get saved from a cave-in, only to find it's a bunch of undead, and they're just about to add you to their forces. Oh, I love it. Brutal. All right, let's go. So we have plenty of mana, and a big boy. Holy smokes. At the start of each turn, restores 20% vigor. Ah, okay, so very tanky boy, these werewolves. We have a couple of guards and a couple of conscripts who have knives. Okay. Swing, physical attack, attacks twice, dealing 50% damage per attack. Curse of Madness. Werewolf receives 15 luck and 15% critical hit strength for 2 turns. Other minions receive luck and critical hit as well for 2 turns, but in a lesser quantity. Hunting down deals... Whoa! 150% damage to 1 target. Wow, okay. And Tear Up. Target loses all armor and resistance until the battle ends. Ignores block. Ah, okay. So very efficient way to remove those types of tokens. Got it. Let's buff everybody. One year off for every dead one I slice up. You know, that's a fair demand, I would say. Oh, I like he feints with the shield and then goes in for the slice. That's clever. Alright, so... These guards are tough, man. Restores target to full sanity, gives Iratus mana equal to 20% of the restored sanity. Okay. Whenever an enemy moves, the Banshee deals stress damage to it. Moves you back 1. Let's do this, actually, because with 2 guards, there's the possibility of a lot of movement, I think. No, I don't want to inflict pain. Oh no, she's sad. Too bad. Let's hail some teeth on this guy. Figure we have the mana for it. Why not? Ghostly Fire. Deals 30% damage to the enemies on the chosen position and the next position in line. Curses targets for 2 turns, dealing extra stress damage per turn. Okay. Let's buff. Okay. And now we can start dealing some major damage here. Ooh. Big, big, big damage. Nice. Okay, so show them their place, knocks someone back, and allows us to move forward. So... And then the stress attack triggers. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. You can set up some cool combos with that. Okay, that is a 1-turn stance, though. Got it. Let's go for the Soprano here. So now they're all losing attack, or at least some of them are losing attack. Can we Cold Grasp to finish this guy? Yes, we can.
This one into furniture.
Nudge! Oh, no. Alright, New Moon. Buff starting next round. Werewolf receives an extra action for 2 turns. Oh. Doesn't spend an action, doesn't stack. Or ambush. Trap. Marks selected position. At the beginning of his next action, the werewolf deals 300% physical damage to any enemy at the marked position and moves to the first position. Doesn't spend an action, doesn't miss this attack, 1 target per round. Whoa. Man, these wrath attacks are nasty. Let's go for the double action. Okay. And so next turn, we're going to get 2 actions, huh? Cool. Whenever a minion moves, attack it for extra damage. Okay. But this doesn't move us, though, so... Even though the action shows us moving. You can definitely tell that we're on easy difficulty, though, for sure. I mean, I guess we may as well just keep debuffing them, huh? Oh, debuffing Insanity. Minus luck, accuracy, and evasion. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, we take, like, no damage, man. So there's really very little reason... Oh, no, because hunting down only hits the back row. Okay. I was going to say, there's very little reason not to just use hunting down all the time, but that's why. Now, the guards are definitely tanky, though, man. For sure. Alright, that man has absolutely no sanity left. He actually doesn't have any buffs on him, so I can't really make good use of Smite. I guess we just keep beating on him until he's done. Terror Wave. Oh, boy. Ghostly Veil. Summons a Concealing Cloud for 2 rounds. I mean, we may as well just keep wailing on this guard. We've almost got him. And it's not exactly like he's doing anywhere near enough damage to us, so...
Become part of the breathless tide.
Beautiful. All right. So, like...
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilization.
6 brains. We can level up a lot of minions with that. Holy crap. So I'm assuming that something's going to happen at some point that's going to break this run, because otherwise this is just way too easy, right? Because, like, we're just getting super tutorialized right now, which is fine. All these guys leveled up as well. Okay. Minion upgrades. Minions evolve and can be improved in multiple ways. Leveling grants a minion stat and skill points. Every level a minion gets 2 stat points for improving stats. Every 3rd level, a minion gets 1 skill point for upgrading abilities. Okay, cool. Using parts of higher quality grants a minion additional stat points. Parts grafted onto a minion can be improved via Digger's Souls. So I'm assuming that's like the like the scope that we got that's on our zombie currently. I'm assuming that's a grafted on part. Items provide your minions with additional features. Receiving buffs and debuffs from minions' items doesn't trigger any effects. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just an item. Grafting a brain instantly gives a minion additional experience. Okay. So, instantly levels up minions. Oh, I see. I thought we used brains on them. They all just start with a brain. But this is a brain level 6. So we can do this on the Bride of Iratus. And then she becomes level 6, I'm guessing. Okay. Which means that she has 2 skill points and a bunch of stat points. Yeah, okay, okay, cool. So where's our critical strike? Likelihood of landing a critical hit. So if we were to upgrade this, she's more likely to crit, which is going to benefit all of her stats. Cool. So in abilities, we can choose, I guess, which direction it goes. Critical hit will stun the target for 1 action, bosses are immune, or critical hit will deal extra damage. So basically you can choose which way you want to spec into stuff with these, which is really cool. So let's go with the crit damage one.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
Okay, and then the buff as well. Iratus gains spell power, Bride gains extra attack and dread. Actually, does anything here give extra crit? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I mean, that's fine, that's fine. So let's go with the buff. Really make her nasty. And it doesn't look like I have any items for her or anything. I'm assuming I can't upgrade them by putting new items on them. Maybe I can? I don't know. Okay. However, these guys also all leveled up, which means we can increase their stats as well, which is really cool. So I'm assuming we would just want Dread and, like, Evasion on our Banshee. Our Wraith, we would probably want... Dread. Our Skelly... I mean, our Skelly is just good in general, honestly. Give him more damage. And then our werewolf... Maybe give him some armor. We want him to be really tanky. So... Oh, and he actually has... No, okay, yeah, of course. Their brains are just leveling up. Yes. Excellent. Oh, wait, what do you... Okay, I thought there was something else that I could do with him. Cool. All right, let's continue. This is really dope. A stele contains the records of past battles, which will be used to raise the level of minions or Iratus himself. Or a soul spring. A sanctuary where one can collect diggers' souls. Let's go to that, because I'm curious about that, actually. Go with the original squad. Collect souls. Cool. All right, we got 29 souls. Let's go. So, now, if we were to go to our Zambo here... okay, I'm not seeing a way to upgrade his item from here. Oh, no, it was grafted parts, not items, so, Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere that I can use that at the moment. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Battle party, let's go! Alright, so we've seen these types of guys before. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've got people who buff, we've got people who attack, stance moving, all that type of good stuff. So, shouldn't be anything too unfortunate here. Let's... This guy does not have any armor or anything this time. Let's actually start working on the Taskmaster.
There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Wow. I was not expecting the singing. Very nice. Since this guy's a buff, we could actually go for the smite. It would take his armor off. Nice. Alright, and our archer here, the Bride of Iratus, we're going to have her buff. And then she's just going to start taking shots on the Taskmaster and try and get rid of him. Okay. Stress attacks. Although, Feudal Hopes actually sounds like it could be pretty good. Armor Absorb, very nice. Let's go for the Bombardment, I think. Louder. Okay. So how long does he stay in this stance? Is this... Okay, it is a one-turn thing. Not super useful then, I don't think. I was hoping it would last for longer, and I'm still not quite sure how to see how long a stance is going to last, but let's just start going for Heart Pierces on the Taskmaster. That's big damage. Nice. We want to try and drop this Miner before we kill the Taskmaster, if possible, because the Taskmaster is then going to heal everybody. There we go. Nice bombardment.
Fresh corpses.
Pretty gore. Cannonball. Physical attack deals 200% damage. It's going to move us back one, and it looks like we choose one target. 36 to 42. Yeah, let's just do that and kill the Taskmaster. Oh!
This one voided its bowels just as it died.
Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was huge damage, though. The crit and everything. Jeez.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Beautiful. I like that we get to, like, take advantage of the fact that they buff and move around. That does feel very villainous. So, maybe this guy... I mean, he's got as much health as he has stress. Or stress as much as health, but still, like... Maybe it'll be easier to kill him if we drop his stress pretty severely first. Warning shot, yeah. Oh! Alright, there's the insanity. We'll prep a bombardment. Go for another warning shot. Alright, his sanity is now completely gone. Now his cowardice, chance to flee increases by 20% each turn. Before the beginning of their turn, deals stress damage to all allies equal to 20% of their current remaining sanity. Okay. Huh. Well, he doesn't have any sanity remaining. Interesting. Oh well, time to start wailing on him. Abyssal Hunger. All enemies lose 12 vigor. The Dark Knight recovers an amount of vigor equal to the damage dealt. Oh. I mean, why not?
Your frail bodies fail you.
Oh, no. Pop him. Okay. Absolute brutality. And again, I know we're on easy mode right now, so.
I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
So we got more souls there. Everyone leveled up. Nice. This game is awesome. It's a shame it took me this long to start playing it, man. Like, jeez. This is so sick. Construct a building in the graveyard. Okay. So, how do I do this thing? Graveyard. After attaining freedom, Iratus turned his prison into a base of operations. Graveyard buildings require minions and a special resource in order to construct them. Digger's Souls. So, this is our chamber. That's where we are normally. The arena, the mortuary, the abode of wrath. Each minion at the abode of wrath gives Iratus 20 wrath at the start of the battle. Ah, and you need a Dark Knight. Okay, so we need a specific type of minion for each of these. Excavation. 50% chance for each minion working at the excavation site to find a random part. Applies after a victory. Okay. So if it requires a skeleton, does that mean we need to go in here and make a random skelly? Cool. Then we go to the graveyard and go here, put him in, and build.
The excavation is far too extensive. No, this was not the result of a battle. All these bodies were placed here deliberately.
50% chance for each minion working at the excavation site to find a random part. So I could make this even more advanced if we built another zombie, which we can absolutely do.
Time to bring out the big guns.
I love this narrator. Like, obviously so different compared to the Darkest Dungeon narrator, but like, it's nice. It's very fitting. Okay. So now we're much more likely to get body parts. Awesome. Iratus is proficient in several alchemical disciplines. Transmutation, transformation of one type of part into another. Distillation, spend parts, brains, or items to gain vigor for minions. Okay, so we can heal people as needed. Extraction, crafting items from available parts. And calcination, spend parts, brains, or items to gain mana. Okay. So we can actually make stuff for things. Okay. Golden Tooth. So do we have that now? We do. So we can go to our Bride of Iratus. Oh, this concludes the tutorial. You can continue the current game on Cakewalk or restart on More Pain or Good Always Wins difficulties. Oh, okay. Well, no point in restarting now. There's only probably like 6 minutes left in this episode. So we may as well just continue. But that makes sense. They let you get through the tutorial and then they're like, okay, you can start over on a higher difficulty now. Which makes sense. The game even says at the start, like, this is a difficult game. You should expect to lose, much like Darkest Dungeon, so... So yeah, Golden Tooth, now when we crit, will deal even more damage. Can we make another one of those? Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping there'd be a crit rate, but, I mean... Oh, we don't... Oh, no, we do. Okay.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
Oh, it looks like we can only have one of an item. Okay. But, like, can we put this here? We can! Okay. So we can't just stack stuff up. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's go back to the map and do, like, one more set of combats here. Or, like, challenges, whatever. Just to see. Choose a minion to raise. Ah, okay. Let's get another Bride of Iratus. We can start building another squad that way. Oh, and this is a new type of enemy. All right, let's see what we have to contend with here, shall we? Good way to wrap things up. Some sort of mage, it looks like. Mad Mage. All right. Start dealing damage to him. Oh, and actually another demolition expert. Whoa! Big damage to everybody, I see. Okay. Huh. I mean, we can't really get to him with our Dark Knight now. I guess just start carving through the front line, huh? Oh, he had block. I didn't notice. I see. Okay. Well, the good thing here is we can start just shooting him down. If we get a crit, I mean, that would just be a guaranteed kill. Not quite, though. Next turn. Maybe. Oh, man. Yeah, they're really starting to deal damage. I can definitely see how this starts to scale up. Alright, Rose for Lady deals 50% damage to everything, but also inflicts a critical hit. Which is not going to do nearly as much damage as our Heart Piercer would. It's not getting that same bonus, but still.
Extinction of life.
It's still good. It's still very good. And then we can unassuming strike him, so good, yeah, cool. Mad Mage, gone. He was scary. Okay, they're missing. We're absorbing stuff. This is good. Wow, they're really missing. I didn't think our zombie would be that hard to hit, guys. Gotta get your shit together here, team. Definitely curious to see what the game is like on not baby mode difficulty, for sure. I like the mechanics, though, for sure. Mow him down! Lighten up? Oh, God. Oh, no. You don't get to explode on me, sir. You're done. Oh, boy. That would have been scary.
Mine is the winning side.
Philosopher's Stone. After winning the battle, Iratus gains a non-consumable artifact. One-time use. Huh. Oh. And we got some rare parts. Cool. Okay. Well, guys, this has been Iratus, Lord of the Dead. I actually really enjoyed this. You'll have to let me know what you think, both just in terms of if you think the game is cool and if you'd like to see more of it at some point in the future. I would absolutely be down to play more of this. I might even do another episode of it on hard difficulty. I haven't decided yet, or the normal difficulty, I suppose, because this is just so cool. But let me know what you guys think, because this very much surprised me. It was way better than I expected it to be. Also, since I am going to be away, and I do, you know, kind of care about growing the channel, we're going to do a little bit of self-advocacy here. So, if you haven't already, please make sure that you're subscribed. My metrics show that only like 35% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you could subscribe, it costs you nothing, of course, and it actually does massively help out the channel. I know you hear YouTubers say it all the time, but there's a reason for that, and it's easy to become kind of numb to these statements, but it's insane how much of a difference it makes. Subscribers and watch time are like the two big metrics. So if you could subscribe, if you've made it this far, it would be hugely beneficial. And if you're feeling extra generous, or you just enjoy the content, you could consider picking up a membership. It's $5 a month, goes directly to me, helps me out so much, more than you could possibly imagine. Like, half of my YouTube revenue comes from my members, and I think I've got like 13 members at this point. It would be so helpful. So if you could do that, you'd get a lot of specific bonuses, including member badges and emotes that you can use during live streams and premieres. There's a members-only community channel that you'll get some behind-the-scenes information and get to vote on specific polls and things like that every once in a while. And you'll get shouted out on Fridays. So if you wanted to do that, it would help me out a lot. And I hope you're enjoying the week of Titanium Trials, plus or minus a few days. It's been cool to check out some different games that I otherwise wouldn't have had time for. So I hope you're enjoying it as well, and maybe it's something that will make a more common occurrence in the future. For now, though, I'm going to call this one here. So thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this type of content or any of my other series, if you could shoot them a link, that'd just be swell. Until the next time, though, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.